Good morning, dear viewers. Hello, I'm back. I want to ask your forgiveness for not having videos for my channel this past few weeks because of the lingering illness of my mother-in-law who passed away last week or last couple weeks. And also we have to attend to some urgent matters. But for today, we're back in exposing the many false teachings and irregular and unbiblical practices inside the Watchtower organization, which is the corporation or the other name of the Jehovah's Witnesses. For this morning, I want to discuss one of the peculiar practices within the Watchtower, which is, for me, I called it a holy immorality. Yes, it is in connection with what they are doing to unmarried couples living together, especially when they want those couples that studying with them the Bible to be, according to them, to be qualified as a new member of their religion. There is a special arrangement within the Watchtower or among the Jehovah's Witnesses, which they call the pledging or declaration of pledging faithfulness to each other. For example, if they have found a couple living together who are married, not married because they are married, each of them or both of them are married to their former partners, so they are living together, and it happened that and their preaching work in the field, that particular couple agreed to have a Bible study, and they have progressed to the point that according to the standard of the witnesses is qualified, but the only hindrance to their being baptized is their status of not being married. The Watchtower Society or the Jehovah's Witnesses has a special arrangement to bless and make it appear that the couple is a regular or a normal couple among the religious community. So, in short, the witnesses has their own kind of wedding, which is not recognized by the civil authorities or the state. They call it the declaration of pledging faithfulness to each other. After the local elders of the local congregation has done that arrangement or procedure, which that document, which in that procedure, they have the couple sign that document, the declaration of pledging faithfulness to each other. The couple now will be viewed as a married couple within the church or within the religion. They will have that kind of status. So, after doing that, the couple now is qualified to be baptized and become a member of this church. This is the very doctrine and the main reason why I have stepped down from being an elder in the religion of the Jehovah's Witnesses. I have served for more than a decade as an elder in that religion, and because of many personal encounter regarding this situation or this practice of conducting marriages inside the church, which is not recognized by the civil authority, and you can imagine how complications will come into the picture because of the practice, which is according to the Supreme Court, the highest court, judiciary, the judiciary in the Philippines, the Supreme Court of the Philippines, according to their opinion, or to the many justices of the Supreme Court of the Philippines, is immoral. So, for my viewers and subscribers, you can Google a particular case which has come up all the way to the highest tribunal in the Philippines, which is the Supreme Court of the Philippines. There is a case there regarding this topic. And when I'm inquiring to the more senior elders regarding that practice, they just possibly told me that the civil authority or the Supreme Court of the Philippines has recognized this arrangement. But these past few months, when I focus and read the whole script of the decision regarding this topic concerning the peculiar own kind of marriage within the Church of the Jehovah's Witnesses, it is a lie. It is a deception to say that the Supreme Court of the Philippines has recognized the legal status or the legality of that practice within the Church of the Jehovah's Witnesses. That is why during those times that this case is being heard or being resolved, many of the broadsheets in the Philippines has come up with articles and their own newspapers saying that the witnesses are polygamous people because of that practice. So, if all you know is that for the witnesses, they don't allow multiple wives or multiple husbands, that is not true. In actual practice, they are doing this kind of special and peculiar marriages within the church. So, according to the justices of the Supreme Court of the Philippines, if you're going to read their decision and their internet, because it is available, according to their opinion, that practice within the church is immoral. So, sexually immoral. Immorality, sexual immorality. And because of the separation of church and state and the freedom that must be accorded to the churches within their jurisdiction, the justices of the Supreme Court did not put it upon themselves to make a hasty decision to sanction that practice within the church. Because here in the Philippines, there are special laws which allows indigenous peoples, like in the southern parts of the Philippines, or even whenever indigenous people they have accorded and allowed the polygamous arrangement and marriages among the indigenous people. And when it comes to religion, we in the Philippines, the civil government has allowed and accorded the special laws for the Muslim population to exercise their freedom of religion to marry multiple wives legally. So on that particular decision of the Supreme Court of the Philippines, they are invoking the role or the participation of the Congress of the Philippines to enact special laws, especially intended for the religion of the Jehovah's Witnesses. They have mentioned it in their decision. The part or the job of the Congress to formulate a special law for the Jehovah's Witnesses. In that opinion, the justices of the Supreme Court did not mention it, what kind of law the Congress will do for the witnesses. Because for now, that arrangement is illegal. Not allowed by law or sanctioned by law, but because of the freedom of religion, the Congress, according to the opinion of the justices of the Supreme Court, must step in the situation of the Jehovah's Witnesses. And what will the Congress do? They will have two choices: to forbid or to outlaw that practices within the Jehovah's Witnesses, not to perform anymore the peculiar marriage which they call declaration pledging faithfulness, or the other way around, to recognize them to do that special kind of marriage within their church. But for now, the viewers, the Congress has not enacted any law whatsoever regarding that situation, special situation among the witnesses. So that is the decision. That is the legal situation when it comes to the civil authority. Now, back in my story, why this particular practice has convinced me that this organization is not an organization of God, and this organization is not following strictly what the Bible says regarding morality, sexual morality, and the sanctity of marriage, which they are paying lip service and their literature and their talks and their meetings or conventions. So this is the story. While I am serving as an elder in my congregation and here in Olongapo City, and that is the 20th Street congregation, I am new in the congregation because I came from the central congregation, which is this English-speaking congregation here in Olongapo. So when I moved to the 20th Street congregation, there is a particular situation there that is very disturbing to me. Became very disturbing to me. There is a Bible study there which has progressed to the point of baptism, and so the elders there has approved his baptism after they have reviewed him. If that particular old man is qualified for the immersion or the baptism. And it happened that I was the service overseer in the congregation. The service overseer, for the non-witness viewer of this video, is the one who is in charge of the evangelization and the preaching activity, evangelization of non-witnesses to become new members inside the organization. So, being the service overseer during that time, the body of elders has assigned me or tasked me to give me the task of doing some part of the review for this old man. He is not the only candidate during that time for baptism, but that particular old man as being assigned to me to review. So, in the regular course of reviewing him from the organization book, which is the particular book being used for with so many questions, particular doctrines and practices of the candidate for baptism, I haven't noticed anything that will disqualify this old man for the baptism, so I approve it. So to make this story short, he was baptized, and the newly baptized witnesses usually sign for an auxiliary pioneer service. An auxiliary pioneer within the witnesses is a publisher or a member of the church. If he is qualified, the body of elders will accept his application, and he will devote 60 hours. During those times, during those years, the requirement for an auxiliary pioneer is 60 hours in the field service activity. He will report his hours in the field service activity with a requirement of 60 hours. So most of the times, the newly baptized will be seen in the field, going out with the congregation in the field, doing his preaching activity. So after 1 week of his being baptized, because I am the service overseer, and if I'm not mistaken, I was also a regular pioneer during those times, or if not a regular pioneer, I am also as an auxiliary pioneer, serving as an auxiliary pioneer because it's summertime. This particular newly baptized brother, became my partner in the field service. And one of the householders which we took to is a mother of many little children. The children is so rowdy and making some noise, while my partner, the newly baptized man, in this particular story, is doing his preaching to the mother. So the mother is starting to get embarrassed because of the behavior of his little children, and she's making an apology to us. But the brother told her, the old brother told her that it's just okay. You don't have to apologize for us because I have I have many small children right now. It's natural for children to be noisy and rowdy. So you don't have to apologize. So when we go up to the road, up there, because it's the house of the lady of the family is along the river, I told the brother, the new old brother, old man brother, newly baptized brother, that Brad, you don't have to say something which is not true according to yourself just to have a connection with the householder. It is being told to us by the circuit overseers whenever he visits the congregations, and on the literature, like the reasoning from the scriptures, that you don't have, for example, if you are not a former Muslim, you don't have to say that you are a former Muslim. Or if you are not a former Catholic, you don't have to former Catholic, just to have a common ground with the householder. So why is it that you said you still have, until now, you still have many little children, considering you are already advanced in age? And as per as my knowledge, you have already grown up grandchildren, and one of your son is our elder, the secretary of our congregation. How come you still have little children until now, or even now? Is it the children? Is it the children of the mother of your elder son? The old man, the newly baptized brother, told me, no, Brad. It's not the children of my old wife. It is the children of my young wife. What? No. I don't reacted like that in front of the new. But that inside, I was so shocked. But I have asked some few follow-up questions to the new brother. So you are now living with a younger wife, not your legal wife? Oh, yes, but now, he told me, but right now, he's not in the city. Why? I asked him. She was in the province, in the south. Because the elders told me to send her there until I get baptized. Oh, really? I did not reacted so much, and because of that, I have come to the realization that the senior elders of the congregation, especially the presiding overseer, which is the equivalent of the coordinators of the local congregation body of elders right now, being it is now called coordinator, but right then during that time it is called presiding overseer, and the secretary, which is the son of this newly baptized old man. I have come to the realization that they have connived to hide to me that particular information regarding this new brother, which I approve due to my ignorance of his situation, to be baptized, to get baptized. So, I feel cheated by the elders of the congregation. But I did not confronted them about that. Because during that time, the presiding overseer is a very dominating elder in the congregation. And I say that because all of the elders in our body, whenever he presented his opinion regarding any particular topic or situation, they just nod their head and they became yes boys of him. And even if it was decision is not scriptural or even and it's not even according to the instruction of the organization. So the body of elders has unified decision, but it is because the presiding overseer during that time is very dominating, and they don't have the balls to contradict him. And the secretary of our congregation, which is the father, which is the son of this old man who has a common law wife, not his mother, not the mother of this secretary of the congregation, is the one who always support that presiding overseer, even the decision is not scriptural or according to the instruction of the organization. So I just keep quiet, and after some, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of weeks after that incident in the field service, these two brothers, the presiding overseer and the secretary of congregation, told me to go with them and get together, or no, not get together, or in meal and the house of this newly baptized old man. So, and they also invited other elders in the congregation, but not all the elders in the congregation. So, because I'm just want to observe what is happening, I go with them. I went with them and accepted the invitation. And when there, I asked them what is the special purpose of that meeting. They told me that they're going to wed the couple, the old man, the newly baptized man, and his wife, common law wife, because she has arrived few weeks earlier before that meeting. So they proceeded, and I haven't remember if they have missigned. I have and I'm one that they asked to sign one of the signatories of that, but I was there to observe. But inside me, I was thinking, it is a very unscriptural procedure or way of doing things. It is immoral. Because if it is a regular wedding, then why are we doing that after weeks that the woman has arrived from the province? So, most probably, when she arrived, because of missing each other for some time, They have done what they are doing those many years together, engaging in sexual activity. But then, we're going to legalize or make it appear that they are living together according to the standard of the Bible. It is nonsense. So with a heavy heart, I just kept silent. So it is an immorality within the congregation. Even the mother, the former wife of this old man, is stumbled with the particular practice of the witnesses, and she even scolded his elder son of conniving with his father and doing that immorality and criticizing the religion, the Jehovah's Witnesses religion, because of that particular. She is the wife, the true and legal wife of the old man. But then, within the church of the Jehovah's Witnesses, her husband has another younger wife, which is viewed as regular by the organization. That is an immorality. That is one of the many incidents which I have encountered personally as an elder and has bothered my conscience. It is very bothering, and I cannot accept it as from God and scriptural. And my next videos, I will also relate some other incidences of that kind of practice within the church, which became the catalyst in my decision to finally step down as an elder in the congregation. For now, have a good day, and watch my following videos regarding this topic and those other incidences in my life that will enable you to grasp the seriousness of this immorality within the Church of the Jehovah's Witnesses. Have a good day, and may the Lord bless us all.